Alright, so it should be recording. Good. Welcome back, kiddos. I'm going to read this again for you. I'm ecstatic about the adventure that is ahead of us in Module 3. Please make sure that you have GarageBand downloaded on your iPad. Then take a look at the art piece at the front of the room and identify elements of structure. Different elements of structure. This marking period, this module is about structure. Structure has different meanings. There's multiple meanings. Whenever you look at that, what kind of structure do you notice? Henry?
I kind of notice sequence because every time in a baseball game, every pitch, the pitcher, he throws the ball to the batter, he sees the ball, swings, or he just he doesn't swing. So every time there's a sequence to the game.
Okay, so a sequence structure. So you're basically relating that to what we talked about over here that I'm standing underneath of, text structure. And guess what's going to be part of our unit, part of the unit, this module? Text structure again. The development, the structure of a text and what we're reading and what it tells us. Okay, any other elements of structure? Okay.
I think it's cause and effect because when the picture throws the ball, everything starts moving around, like he hits it, then he lies, and then they try to hit.
Again, above my head. Any other structures? Why don't you turn and talk to your neighbors? Go ahead.
I think he likes the colors.
I was obviously thinking sequence, but what were you they swing and the catcher catches the ball. And then that's how every pitcher saw something.
Who would like to share? Jackson?
I think it's another construction to description because he added a lot of the author added a lot of detail in it because he added detail in the crowd and in the players and showed that it was dark and that's why he added the lights.
Okay. Zoe, last thing.
Maybe problem and solution.
Why?
Because, for example, if the game got tied at the end, they would have to compromise to do something to see who's better.
Okay. Well, you guys did an outstanding job identifying text structures. That's not exactly what I was talking about. However, you did bring some great points to the table, great piece of evidence to suggest how text structure relates to this itself. I would say one, structure would be the overall game itself, and that's mostly what you guys talked about. Is the structure of a game and why that structure is important and what it provides people. Another concept of structure that I didn't really even notice, and I thought some of you might say it, especially you, Henry, with DI. How about just the structure of the stadium itself and how a structure is built, the foundation of a structure?
Greenlee could have said that too.
Greenlee could have said that too because she's in that group. Or what about the structure of the lights? And how that happens. How the lights give you the ability to play at night. And really how that changed just the history of baseball in general, being able to play games at night versus only playing during the day, how people could come to it. So this marking period, we're focusing on the concept of structure. And within the structure, we have plenty of activities to go along with science and social studies, thinking about the structure of our government, and how we build on that, how the foundation started for the structure of our government. We'll talk about the structure of analyzing data. In science, we look at light and light reflection, and how just the structure of the human body and of animals is built as a system to work together, the structure that works together. And reading, like I said, we're going to go back to the informational standards, where we're reading about structure and how a text is developed, how it's built. Transfer task for this marking period is pretty epic. A lot of steps along the way. In Minecraft, we are going to design a scaled model of Maryland. Scale model of Maryland. We're going to include the different geographical regions, the economic growth in those regions, how resources help the economic growth. In order to make it to scale, we have to apply our knowledge of fractions. We have to apply our knowledge of measurement and data as we create a blueprint of what the actual state itself is going to look like, and then we need to build off of that. We're going to be talking about angles and shapes and geometry in order to design the state of Maryland with the regions. You need to be able to draw the appropriate angles. Then, to go along with that, you're going to do a screencast, which is basically you explaining to someone else how your region relates to Maryland as a whole, economic values, the resources. You're also going to decide on the government, the type of government you're going to have in your region. As you can tell, it's pretty epic, right? But we've got to start somewhere. And the best place to start is dealing with the structural foundation of our country and of where we started as we made the separation from England. The world turned upside down. The American Revolution. This is another William and Mary unit that's going to actually blend very nicely with our overall big picture module transfer task. I can use my critical thinking skills to determine the structural elements that laid the foundation of our country and determine the structural elements of this text. Our EQ for this morning is, what is the structure of this form of literature and how would you describe it? Explain how the author allows the poem to develop over the course of the stanzas. Their stanzas, what type of literature are we talking about? Poetry, good. How does the music affect the overall mood of the poem? Those are our EQs, our literature standards. It's time to start working on this 5th grade, right? You've worked pretty hard on the 4th grade. It's time to start dabbing in the 5th grade. Explain how stanzas fit together to provide the overall structure of a particular poem. What better way to get you started than a little American Revolution to do? Henry, go ahead and pause that, please.
How do you pause?
Push the red button.
Okay.